Just thought I'd do a brief overview of the Krell DVD Standard. In the early 2000s, it come out about $8,000. It was probably the top-end DVD player for the time. You know, it's got about every video output that you can think of for the time. It had composite, S-video, component, progressive scan version of component. It actually had two separate boards for component. Most players at the time had one board, and you could switch between progressive and 480i. So, you know, it's pretty comprehensive. It's also got VGA, unheard of in most DVD players, and it's got a professional version of VGA with the 6 connectors. You know, the B and C connectors you hook to a professional monitor. And now, it didn't have HDMI, but years later, Krell come out with a DVD upgrade. You could send it in and pay them so much, I guess, to have it upgrade to HDMI. I don't know how good that was. So if you and it did 1080p as well. But if you've had one, you want to leave it in the comments. Let us know how good it was. It'd be interesting to hear. But so that pretty much covers the video. Now, for the audio, you've got XLR and single-ended outputs. You got about almost 20 transistors per channel running in pure Class A mode. You got surface mount caps, and then you've got those green caps are Wilma polypropylene caps. Those are higher-end caps generally associated with audiophile components for better sound quality. And right here is the digital decoder. It's a Vajora decoder board. It's this was considered the highest end processor about the early 2000s. You could buy Vajora boards costing thousands of dollars. I mean, they had one that was like 30 grand, I think, but one that probably had about the equivalent of this would probably cost you a few grand at the time. So they were throwing in a several grand processor within this thing, and so that's kind of what run up the price quite a bit, I think. And you got a Sanyo DVD CD mechanism, and you've got that's about it. I like the layout on this because it's really spread out, and which means that all the heat sources are far away from each other, so you don't have heat buildup that destroys capacitors. I replaced a couple in the output section. They didn't really need replacing. I just wanted to have factory-like sound. That's why I replaced them. But you know, you could probably get by with replacing no caps in one of these, just because probably for a really long time. I mean, I would guess probably every cap in here would be really close to spec, you know, because it's got great ventilation. It's really spread far apart. You know, a lot of their components from the same time period, well, actually the earlier versions, they ran really hot, and a lot of the components were jammed up and close together. So with this series of components, they really spread things out quite a bit. You know, like the home theater standard was real similar to this as well. Now, the home theater standard did put out a lot of heat, but, you know, it was spread out like this, which was a good thing. But as far as video, I don't think anybody's going to be wowed by the video quality on this just due to the age, but, you know, it was cutting edge for the time. Now, I connected it straight to my plasma TV, and which was about 2013 TV. Now, my plasma doesn't do upscaling, so I was able to watch it in its native resolution. You know, I could, you know, right off the bat see some flaws that you generally see in 480i, you know, jaggies and such as that. But I ran it through a upscaler, a Krell S1200 processor, which does really good upscaling. You know, it upscales it to 1080p, and it looked excellent, you know, after doing that. So if you get one of these and you have a large DVD collection, you want to keep that in mind. you want to get some good upscalers. I know a lot of the Yamaha receivers made good upscalers. I'm not sure if they haven't kept up with Yamaha in recent years, but I know from the early 2010s they made really good upscaling. A lot of their better receivers were really good upscalers. Denon as well, they made really good upscalers from that time period. Like I say, I haven't really kept up with the modern market of the last few years. Since I quit, I used to take in trade-ins from a really high-end dealership, and so I get to hear all their Yamaha and Denon and stuff like that. But I haven't done that in years, so like I say, I haven't kept up with the most recent market. But it's a great unit, and in the used market it's just about a steal for a Krell. They go from anywhere from maybe $700 to $1K, depending on how bad the cosmetic. You can get it cheaper than that if you got bad cosmetics, but I think they're a really good deal for the money. But I just want to share this with you guys, and like I say, I hadn't seen much out on YouTube, so I just thought I'd cover it. And y'all have a good one.